Hello and welcome to Hey Manager. This week we'll be talking about the Fantasy Premier League, which has just started up for the 2020-21 season. And this week we'll be looking at the summer transfers that have come in and the top 3 candidates which you can put into your team. The first player we'll be looking at is Hakim Ziyech, the £36 million player from Ajax who's now joined Chelsea, looks to light up the league in the vacant right wing position. In the Eredivisie, he managed 6 goals and 13 assists in just 21 games, and in Champions League managed 2 goals and 5 assists in just the 6 games themselves. He's been picked by 22.2% of people in the Fantasy Premier League website, and similar players include Mahrez, Bernardo Silva and Maddison. His strengths include his crossing, key passes, set pieces and through balls, but weaknesses include tackling and perhaps an injury proneness. He's missed 9 games this season with a calf injury, which could be a recurring injury. He likes to cut in from the right wing, take on defenders and switch to play, which are all very good attributes for a right winger. His first 5 fixtures include Brighton, Liverpool, West Brom, Crystal Palace and Southampton, with Liverpool looking like the hardest of the 5. Newly promoted West Brom could be taken advantage of with his very good dribbling and precise through balls, and Brighton and Crystal Palace playing high lines but were very weak defensively, so he could see a lot of points gathered throughout these first 5 games. For just 8 million, he looks like a bit of a bargain. The next player we'll be looking at is Timo Werner, the £47 million striker that joined Chelsea from Leipzig, lit up the Bundesliga last season with 28 goals and 8 assists in just 34 games. In the Champions League, he also managed 4 goals and 2 assists in 8 games. He can play anywhere along that front 3, left wing, striker and right wing, but prefers that central role. He's been selected by 38.8% of Fantasy Premier League players, and similar players include Martial, Jimenez and Vardy. His strengths include his finishing, hold-up play, key passes and pace, but his weaknesses include his heading and defending. He likes to start counter-attacks with his lightning quick pace, plays nice neat 1-2 football and can cut inside from the left hand side. His first 5 games, like Ziyech, are Brighton, Liverpool, West Brom, Crystal Palace and Southampton, and with his lightning quick pace could take advantage of some of these weaker sides. Liverpool again looking like his hardest game, but for 9.5 million, I think for his first 5 games he will pick up many points. The last player we'll look at is Nathan Ake. The Bournemouth player, who's now joined Manchester City for 40 million, looks to improve a very weak defensive side. In the Premier League last season he played 29 games, getting 2 goals, 2 assists and only the 4 clean sheets. In the FA Cup he had a very miserable time with only 1 appearance, conceding many a goal. He plays mainly at centre back on that left hand side, but can also play as a left back and will be a perfect partner for Laporte. Only 11.1% of people have picked him in the Fantasy Premier League website, and similar players include a Soyuncu, Gomez or Lindelof role. His strengths include his pace, composure and positioning, as well as his blocking, which is incredible, but his weaknesses involve perhaps his aerial play, bit of passing and his communication with his other teammates. He likes to play short passes, clears the ball very often, and he likes to get forward into the box. His first 5 fixtures involve Wolves, Leicester, newly promoted Leeds United, Arsenal and West Ham. A very tricky first 5 games, but in a Manchester City side who are trying to establish themselves as a very strong defensive side now. I think against Wolves, Leicester and Arsenal they might struggle, but Leeds United and West Ham, he could have a very good first few 5 games. And for only 5.5 million, you can't really go wrong with selecting someone who's going to play week in, week out. And there we have it, 3 players I believe could make an instant impact in their first 5 games for their respective clubs. Ziyech looking very strong, Werner looking to make an instant impact in the Premier League, and Ake strengthening a weak Manchester City side. If you did like the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I shall catch you in the next episode. Ciao.